Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the complex language of Wall Street. Today we're diving into Boston Scientific's latest report, and let's just say their future might be looking a little more senior than we thought. Alright, kicking things off with Boston Scientific, or BSX, as you'll see them on the stock market. This report is all about their recent financial performance, and they've dropped some big news on July 23rd, 2025. Now, the real meat of these reports, especially a Form 8K like this, is usually the extra stuff they're filing. In this case, it's all about their financial results, specifically for the second quarter, which ended on June 30th, 2025. They've released a press release, which is essentially their official announcement to the world about how they're doing financially. We're going to dig into that. Now, a key thing to watch with companies like Boston Scientific, especially when they're issuing new debt, is how that impacts their overall financial health. They've got these notes, these are basically loans they've taken out due in 2027. This report is filed under their standard company identifier, and it's important for tracking their history and legal standing. The commission file number acts like a social security number for corporations, making sure everything is accounted for. Boston Scientific's common stock, the stuff you and I can buy on the open market, is traded on the New York Stock Exchange. That's a big deal, shows they're a major player. And here's something that really tells a story. They also have these 0.625% senior notes due in 2027. That interest rate is incredibly low, meaning they're borrowing money very cheaply. This could be for expansion, research, or just to shore up their finances. Now, let's cut to the chase. What did that press release on July 23rd, 2025 actually say about their second quarter performance? While the filing itself doesn't give us the number directly, it points us to Exhibit 99.1, which is that press release. This filing is essentially saying, hey SEC, here's the official announcement we made about our earnings. It's like them saying, we're putting our cards on the table. The important part for us as investors and observers is what was in that announcement. And of course they include all the technical stuff like the interactive data file that helps people or software read and understand the filing. It's the digital backbone for these reports. What this all boils down to is that Boston Scientific is telling us how they performed in the second quarter of 2025. The core of that information is in the press release they issued. Since we don't have the numbers directly in this document, we have to infer that the press release would have contained their revenue, profit, and any forward-looking statements. The fact they're issuing debt with such a low rate suggests they have confidence in maintaining their earnings to cover those payments, and likely have plans for that capital. This is usually a sign of stability or planned growth, as lenders are willing to extend credit at very low costs when they believe in the borrower's ability to repay. The key takeaway here is to look at that press release that have contained their revenue, profit, and any forward-looking statements. The fact they're issuing debt with such a low rate suggests they have confidence in maintaining their earnings to cover those payments, and likely have plans for that capital. This is usually a sign of stability or planned growth, as lenders are willing to extend credit at very low costs when they believe in the borrower's ability to repay. The key takeaway here is to look at that press release for the actual financial figures. Now, looking at Boston Scientific, they are a major player in the medical device industry. They make everything from pacemakers to surgical equipment. Their strategic moves, like issuing debt, often reflect their commitment to innovation and market share. The low interest rate on their senior notes is a significant indicator of their perceived financial strength by the market. It means borrowing costs are low, which is great for profitability if they invest that borrowed money wisely. So what's our take on Boston Scientific based on this filing? This particular document is a bit of a pointer to more detailed financial information. However, the context it provides, issuing senior notes at a very low rate, suggests a company that is confident in its future earnings and its ability to manage its debt. The company is playing a long game, securing capital cheaply to fund its operations and potential growth. The strength here lies in their ability to attract capital at favourable terms, which is often a testament to their consistent performance and market position. The potential risk is always in execution, how effectively they deploy that capital to drive growth and profitability. We'll need to see the actual numbers in the press release to get a full picture of their performance compared to previous periods and their competitors. The clear conclusion is that Boston Scientific is actively managing its capital structure, likely to support ongoing research and development or strategic acquisitions in the competitive medical device sector. Alright, that's our breakdown of this Boston Scientific filing signal. If you found this decode helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Corporate Decoder for more insights. And don't forget to join our Discord community in the description below to continue the conversation and share your own analysis. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.